Hey y'all, it's your internet's average weirdo, Insecure K, aka Markea. And in today's video, I'll be sharing my free thoughts and obsessions on whatever's popping on this noggin. If this is your first time seeing me, welcome to my channel. If not, welcome back. I hope you've been taking care of yourself. Make sure you hit that sexy subscribe button and follow me on all social media platforms. I will sprinkle them here down below so you can get notified every time I upload any brand new content. People, all my new and returning viewers, we are on the road to 500 subscribers. Now, if you're just stopping by, just make sure you like the video, no pressure. But while you're here, if you like me this far, just hit the subscribe button, okay? I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to make it out of the suburbs with this one, all right? Not saying the suburbs is bad, but like, I'm just trying to be more independent. So, road to 500, I'm speaking it into existence. Let's get into the video. You know why you're here. We are on episode 4 of 2 Ways with Erica Mena. Now, if you missed last week's episode, definitely go check that out so you can get caught up on episode 4. I'm going to do a brief pick up on where the episode ended, but am I going to do a full recap? No. So make sure you click the hyperlink up here and definitely go tune into episode 3 so you can catch up on episode 4. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So where we left off in episode 3, we saw it was eliminations and Pied Piper ended up receiving the first chain of the night. Now, by the end of the night, we were left off with the remaining 2, which was Migos and Breaker. Now, she ended up choosing Migos with the chain, right? But Breaker was supposed to go home, but Erica Mena decided to keep him because she felt like she didn't get to know everyone in the house because, need I remind you, the twins eliminated themselves and the Laylo eliminated himself. It was kind of like, well, I mean, since we already had people already eliminate themselves, might as well kind of keep the remainder in sense. It kind of made sense to me, but whatever. Guess who's pissed? Pied Piper. He ends up taking off his chain and throwing it on the ground and walking off the set because he feels like, why is Erica entertaining Breaker? Like he was being promiscuous in the hotel, entertaining other females. Why is she even allowing this man to come to the next round? And I completely agree, especially if that information is true, which it was true. He did film content with other women in the hotel that they were staying at. Now, do we know if he had sexual relations with those women in his room? I don't know. I'm only going off of what Pied Piper said, but for right now, all we know is he did encounter women at the hotel and brought him up to his room to film YouTube videos. After Pied Piper storms the set because he's upset that Erica chose Breaker to stay. All right. So it's the next day. Master Cheeks and Pee Wee are in the gym working out, talking about the mixer that happened last night, right? Because that was a bit chaotic with everyone fighting all at once, and maybe not at all at once, but it was just too many fights going on. The biggest fight of the night at the mixer was Pied Piper versus Breaker, right? Next thing you know, Closet Freak comes into the gym as well because she wants to, get her workout on, but ends up running into Master Cheeks and Pee Wee. The three of them are talking about the fight between Pee Wee and Break because that was crazy enough when that wasn't really much of a fade that should have had happened because the real beef was between Gangsta Bae and Pee Wee. Of course, he has no right to fight a woman over something as simple as her saying, "Excuse you," even though it was disrespectful. It wasn't meant for a fight to happen. I get it, but it was still crazy, right? Next thing you know, in a real Zeus fashion way, Trophy D ends up coming into the gym. Those two end up coming at each other about the fight that happened yesterday. They felt like, Trophy D felt like it shouldn't have happened. I understand why it happened the way it did, but the fact that we had to put hands on each other it shouldn't have went that way. So Pee Wee explained to Trophy D why he did what he did because like I said, it wasn't really worth the fight. Gangsta Bae was disrespectful to Pee Wee when she did say "excuse you" to him. The fight wasn't worth it because at the end of the day, Gangsta Bae was wrong. Now, Pee Wee only caught the fade with Trophy D because he was the first one, I guess, that they locked eyes with. And Trophy D ended up taking off his shirt. So in Pee Wee's eyes, he felt like, oh, you taking off your shirt that means you want to catch the fade with me. So that's the only reason why I caught the fade with you. And in the midst of them talking about the fight on who won, they want to catch the fade again because they're arguing about who really won the fight, right? So they really didn't end up fighting after all that talking. But the fact that they were willing to catch the fade again again because they were trying to argue about who won the fight is crazy.
All right.
Next scene, Bambi comes in at Erica, pissed off because she's like, we're basically wasting our time with you keeping everybody here. You didn't eliminate nobody. And the fact that you kept Pied Piper doesn't make sense to me because for one, he disrespects all the women. And for two, he has a bad temper. Plus, he was the first one to get the chain that night as well. So that's kind of like, huh? Erica, what is you thinking? Then towards the end of the night, you ended up choosing out of the two between Migos and Breaker, you chose Migos to stay when allegedly she might have a girlfriend at home and is playing you in your face. What's the tea? Like, why would you do that? So Erica Mena decided to keep everyone in the house because, again, she felt like she didn't get the time to actually get to know everybody on a one-on-one basis. So she felt like she should give them like another chance to stick around in the house to really get to know them before she actually starts really making her final decisions on who should stay and who should go. We have Pied Piper outside minding his business, not bothering nobody, contemplating on maybe who should catch the next fade at this point, because at this point, everyone's disrespecting me. Everyone doesn't really like me. And if you're trying to catch another one, let me know because I will give it to you. Guess who comes out to, join his rethinking this whole situation between him and Erica, right? So Cat Dog decides to come out with Pied Piper to address him on his pronouns and how he should be addressed as, which is she, her. Also, Cat Dog told Pied Piper, you need to show respect towards the trans community. Pied Piper lets Cat Dog know, listen, I didn't mean no disrespect. I don't mean any harm. I like everybody for who they are. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you should have never came at me like that when we were in the living room talking amongst each other and you called me queen. Like you called me out of my name when I don't go that way. And that's the only reason why I started trolling you at that time was because you was being funny towards me. So they ended up hashing it out. We just gonna leave it at there because at this point it's kind of a win-win, lose-lose situation because everybody has a choice to be whoever they want to be and you should respect those choices that have been made on their behalf. Cat Dog wants to be addressed as she, her, addressed her as she, her. Same with Pied Piper. He felt like Cat Dog was calling him out of his name, so that's why he wanted to catch the fade because you're not finna call me a queen when at the end of the day, I am a man, right? I don't go that way. So we're going to leave it like that.
All right.
So we're going to go ahead and move into our first challenge of the competition, which is what would you do with Erica Mena's? Okay. So Erica Mena has a whole bunch of pocket lined up for each individual contestant to show her who eats the best. Challenge gets started, right? They have maybe 15 seconds to show Erica what would they do with her box. Okay, hypothetically, Pied Piper and Pee Wee are in the back dying laughing at this whole situation because you go ahead and get Zeus to watch what I had to endure for you guys because it was very uncomfortable to watch because it's very personal. Like you're showing, in a sense, behind closed doors what you would do to someone in their most vulnerable state, right? Like that's not really meant for our eyes to see. So I could see why they were laughing because it was funny. Not gonna lie, it was funny. Like, wow, that's weird, awkward, uncomfortable. I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know. But I really do this on national television for everyone to see. Like, and then this isn't, once it's on the internet, it's not gonna go away, right? So it's like, but hey, it is what it is. The one out of everybody in the group when they did the challenge, Pied Piper was so funny. He was hilarious. Like, oh my God, he's a funny guy. There were two people out of the competition who decided they were not going to participate in the challenge, which was Breaker. Time for Trophy D's turn. He's like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. Like, I'm not gonna do it. And I'm gonna go ahead and peace out too, because it's just, I'm not feeling any of it. And his reasoning behind leaving the show, other than just not feeling it, was because he has some personal things going on at home that was, I guess, creeping into the competition. So he just felt like there was no purpose of him staying. So he ended up just leaving literally mid-competition, mid-challenge, like, yeah, I'm out.
All right.
Time for eliminations again. After they did that challenge with the whole pocket and everything, Erica lets all the contestants know that Bambi will be choosing the winner of the challenge at eliminations, and whoever she chooses will choose 4 additional people to join the solo date with Erica. Guess who gets the first chain of the night for the females? Closet Freak. Bambi chose her as one of the winners for the challenge for eating Erica's box. Guess who gets the first chain of the night again, which is an eggplant? Pied Piper. What a coincidence, right? Everybody's pissed. Everybody's talking smack. They are mad that Pied Piper won the challenge again. So as Erica Mena is chaining Pied Piper, she ends up love tapping him, aka slapping him across the chin, across his face. Pied Piper ends up crashing out because why would you put your hands on me? And I totally agree with the whole situation because Erica, you was wrong for putting your hands on someone, because what if he would have did that back to you? Then he would have been considered as a woman beater. He would have been canceled. He probably would have went to jail. Like, it would have been a whole thing. So Erica had no right to put her hands on Pied Piper like that. It's just the principle of it. She should have never put her hands on Pied Piper. And guess what?
Are you going to ruin this fucking moment?
I absolutely have to.
Because at the end of the day, you really don't know these people like that. They're honestly strangers. I agree with him crashing out. In the midst of him crashing out, trying to speak his piece on why he's crashing out, the whole house is ganging up on him, telling him, go ahead and go home. You don't need to be here. It's not that serious. She didn't mean it like that. You know, basically not validating his feelings on the whole situation. He's literally spinning right now. So Erica ends up coming at Pied Piper head on for going crazy over the love tap. Like, why are you going so hard about it? It wasn't that deep. I only did it because of whoopty whoop whoop. But again, nobody's acknowledging his feelings because, you know, and nobody cares, right? It's a competition. But at the end of the day, there needs to be some type of level of respect because Erica was wrong. He felt disrespected. He felt like he shouldn't have received any hands put on him, regardless if it's a love tap, if it was just a little push or anything. Again, these are all strangers, okay? You really don't know these people. Some people might have different triggers to different things. Like, you don't know them. So I understand why he went off, and honestly, that's pretty much the end of the episode. Yeah, I absolutely have to ruin this moment because, yeah, she was out of pocket for that. So the crash out was pretty much valid to me. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. For right now, it's Team Aaron the Plumber all the way. Let me know how you guys feel in the comment section below about this episode. I feel like it was interesting enough, especially the challenge. Like, I'm not even finna like talk about what I saw because I don't think it's YouTube appropriate, and I kind of don't want to say it out loud. I think it's best for you guys to watch it for the most part and then come back here and then let me know how you guys felt about the what would you do with Erica's box challenge. Okay, it was, yeah. But thank you for tuning into my video and clicking on my channel. You could have been doing anything else in the world today, but you chose to watch moi, and it's very much appreciated. I pray that you guys have a blessed day. Thank you. Thank you again for even making this far in the video. Please, we're on the road to 500 subscribers. I am speaking it into existence, and I really need your help. I really need you guys' help on me getting there. We're almost there, you guys. Literally, we're almost there. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button so we can grow the family and we can do more things, all right? In a real way. Remember, you gotta do what you gotta do to get to where you're going. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, you guys.
Are you going to ruin this fucking moment?
I absolutely have to.